Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to make my spicy chicken pasty recipe. I hope you're going to enjoy it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. For this you're going to need chicken, Garam Masala, garlic, chilli, turmeric, peas, eggs, water, potato, onion, chilli, corn flour, flour, butter, and of course salt and pepper to season. Like with every recipe, we're going to start off with finely chopping the onions, and I'm going to wear my glasses because I'm blind and I can't see and I don't want to chop my fingers off on camera. You do actually need to chop this quite fine because it is going in a pasty, so everything needs to be chopped up small. Next bit, I'm going to chop my chilli. I've left the seeds in because I like it quite hot, but if you don't like it that hot, take them out. And now I'm just going to press the garlic. The next thing we're going to do is to peel and chop the potato. I'm chopping these into little small cubes because again they need to be small, because anything big and chunky it's going to make it far harder when you're actually making the pasty. Now all that's left to do with this part of the recipe is to chop the chicken into small pieces. I do it with scissors because it is easier. I find it easier. I basically just cut, and I cut it into little pieces like that. And I'll keep going until all the chicken is cut into small little bite-sized pieces at that size. Now I'm going to start cooking the filling, and this is so easy to do. And again, we start off with heating a pan and putting some oil in. First things I'm going to put in are the onion, garlic and ginger, and let those cook down a bit. I actually forgot in the list of ingredients at the beginning to say that you need ginger. This is pre-crushed ginger. I'm going to put a teaspoon in. A bit more because that's quite a teaspoon. Give that a stir. Stir it down a bit. Now in a pan at the back I've got some boiling water, and I'm going to just put these chopped potatoes in. Bring it back to the boil and then just cook them for 5 minutes, that's all, and then they'll be ready to go in here. Such a shame we don't have a smelly camera because this smells so nice, just garlic, ginger and chillies and onions. It's just gorgeous. Nothing better than those smells. Now I'm just going to add the chopped chicken. potatoes have cooked for 5 minutes, so I'm just going to drain these and add them to the chicken. Give that a stir. And now I'm just going to add the Garam Masala, the chilli and the turmeric. Give that a stir around. All those lovely spices all over the chicken. I'm just going to toss in 2 tablespoons of corn flour. Stir that to coat. And I'm going to add some cold water. And lastly, the peas. I don't measure the peas out, I just add what I think looks nice. So you can put in as many or as few as you like. I like to have it sort of a good smattering through. So it's up to you how many peas you put in. And as you can see, the corn flour is making the liquid thicken, and that's what you want, because you don't want a pasty where the gravy all oozes out all over your fingers. We're just going to cook that for a little bit to reduce the liquid. And lastly, and I forgot to put this in the ingredient list at the beginning as well, is some chopped coriander, about 3 tablespoons. There we go. Stir it through, and that's it. That's your filling done. All you need to do now is to leave it to cool completely and make your pastry. Now we're going to make the pastry. I'm going to put the flour in the bowl. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a little bit of salt, and butter. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to chop the butter into the flour for a little bit. And now I've broken it up a little bit. I'm just going to do it with my fingers until it resembles breadcrumbs. You just rub the flour between your fingers like that. It's not difficult. That's all you do. You keep getting butter up and rub it in, and it'll look all crumbly and breadcrumby. And there we have it, breadcrumbs. Now that is breadcrumbs, I'm just going to add 2 egg yolks to the flour. There we go. There's one. There's 2. I'm going to keep the egg white. I'm going to use that to wash the pasties when I've finished making them. So I'll put that to one side. Now the eggs are in there, I'm just going to give them a stir around, and I'm going to start adding some water. Now it's beginning to come together, I'm just going to go in with my hands and start kneading it until all the dough comes into one big ball. As you can see, the bowl comes away clean. All I'm going to do now is get some cling film. Oops. Put a little bit of flour on it. Wrap it in cling film and then stick it in the fridge to firm up for about 30 minutes. And that's it, that's your pastry done. The pastry has now been in the fridge for half an hour and it's firmed up because you need it to be quite firm. And the butter has gone a bit harder. And now we're going to just mark it out into 8. And I just basically cut it down the middle. Do it into roughly 8 pieces of dough. So they're all sort of the same size. Cut that up. Just going to put it over here while I roll out my first piece of dough. Make it into a ball. Put some flour on. And I'm just going to make this into a roundish circle. I'm not very good at roundish circles. You watch these people on the telly and they can make these beautiful, perfect rounds of pastry. I can't. Sort of need an approximation circle. There we go. And again, I've got the meat mixture here, and I'm going to do the same with a knife. Go through and divide it into 8. And I'm just going to stick an 8th. And all I'm going to do is just get an 1/8 of this. I'm going to put it in the middle. Stick it in the middle like that. Probably a bit more go in there. Just going to get a pastry brush, go around the edges. And then I'm just going to bring it up together. And I'm just going to try and make a pattern, like turning and rolling. I don't know how you do it properly. You just want to make a sort of squidge it together. Right. And there is your first pasty. I'm going to get on and make the other 7, and then we'll glaze them and put them in the oven. See you in a minute. I've now finished making all 8 pasties. All you have to do is give them a nice glaze of an egg wash. You could use a beaten egg, but I'm just using the leftover egg white from making the pastry, and it works just as well. It's like putting your suntan lotion on. Once they've been in the oven, they'll come out all gorgeous and golden brown. Now I'm just going to put them in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes until they're all golden brown and gorgeous. gorgeous. Well, that's it, my spicy chicken pasties. I hope you're going to enjoy them, and I'll see you next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and to tick that little notification bell. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You tired? You've had a tough day, haven't you?
Oh, actually, I'll leave that out because you need a photo.
Oh, do you want me to turn this on a sec again then, the lights?
You're making yourself more comfortable. I have to stand up all day.
Yeah, well,
Cooking.
That's good practice.
I'm not being funny, but that is my job. not sitting down, but like all the time I'm stood on my feet.
Me and Ross get the leisurely bit now, so we can then do the 10-hour editing shifts. So we earn it. Yes.
I spent all yesterday doing this.
Yeah.
I know. Standing there in his kimono. I'm trying to be serious. Is that in shop?
Is that in shop?
Dettol, yeah.
Oh,
That's all.
Sponsored by Dettol.
oh, I put that up earlier. It's because I got it all
Product placement, quick.
There is product placement in this film.
Sponsored by Dettol. Yeah. You have to blare it. No, you'll be alright.
Just been back and nobody knows.
Yeah, you'll be alright.
They'll just spontaneously want to buy more Dettol.
They won't realise why they're buying it. It isn't even Dettol. It's just
Love
water
it.
and
Oh.
bleach that's in the bottle.
Handmade.
What?